I'm out here working on Chunky again. This is the 300 cubic inch exhaust and intake manifold. I kind of want to use the exhaust from the 300 because it's not cracked, and the intake from the 240 that came out of it. Let me show you that. This is the extremely simple old school intake from the 240, 1969. Now all this stuff over here is from 1984. I'm having a really hard time breaking this thing down to get to this exhaust manifold. This pipe here is rusted completely shut right here. Look at that. I'm gonna probably have to cut this right here and then try to take it off with these better threads. Then I can get all this emissions mess off and separate it from the intake. All right, we're down to just the intake and exhaust manifolds. This intake isn't bad once you get it down off all this junk off of it. I wonder if you can just put a carb straight on that. Compare it to the 240. It's about the same. It even has the little vacuum port right there. Separating the intake from the exhaust was 3 bolts right here, and 2 of them broke. Let's see if there's anything to work with. That is just fantastic. Well, I was able to get the O2 sensor out, and so now the last 2 problems are these broken bolts. So I'm gonna give it a try. Got this extractor set. So let's figure out what size bolt this is. Ten millimeter. Now I've got the pilot hole. It says to use a 1/4 drill bit and the number 4 extractor. Gotta go deeper. It's not super often that I run into a broken bolt, but this has been the worst and most challenging broken bolt I've ever come into contact with. So I went to Harbor Freight and I actually got a real tap handle that goes on this square end. And I'm going to use some heat on this, get it red hot, and then try again. All right, now turn that knob to the right all the way. Keep it going. All right, now set that up right. All right, now hold this down.
Right here, just both sides.
Both sides. Ready?
Yep.
think we broke the tool.
Really?
Yep. Yeah, while this is still hot, let's keep going.
Oh yeah, you just put it.
As a last resort, I welded a nut on the end of that extractor. And so we're pretty desperate at this point. Let's see if it works. So I just ripped the nut right off of it. This time when I welded this, it was glowing red hot. It is totally penetrated with the weld on this nut. And we're gonna try, this is gonna be my final attempt. We just broke the extractor. So that the weld was good because the extractor just broke inside the nut. So I kind of think this is a bad design. You have this super long bolt that goes into a super hot exhaust manifold. And then over time it rusts and gets old and hot cold cycles. And then the longer a bolt is, the more apt it is to twist as you're trying to take it off. And then it breaks, and it breaks again. So this old thing is starting to look a little more attractive. But it's got this crack in it. Wonder if that could be welded up. I have heard stories that it doesn't work well.